I am Scotty J. Welcome back to Rock Titan Live. And I gotta tell you, if it's one thing I love, it's getting to meet relatively new musicians on the scene. And this guy is going to be huge, not just because he's such a quality musician, but because of the time of year. I mean, when you listen to this guy's music, it feels like summertime. And the album just came out, Slum Beach Denny. All right, and I am here with Denny right now. How you doing, man?
What up? I'm good. Thanks for
Oh,
having me.
yeah,
Stoked to
no.
be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I apologize for some of the issues we had earlier. That's on me. But you know what? A lot of people that join Rock Titan Live, they're used to me screwing around with all the technical stuff at times, wearing all my different hats. But,
You're
what
good.
this is
You're
all,
good.
it's all about the music, though. Now, I got to ask you, Denny, have you recovered from the release party yet?
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah, I'm
right.
pretty mellow about it. No, it was fun, man. I got to play Red Rocks the night it came out, so that was just wild. I'm a little tired. It was a big weekend. I had a show. What was it? Yesterday, a couple days ago. I don't even know. See, yeah, I'm still recovering.
Man, you got to be
We
geeked
I,
out of
I
your
got to
mind.
play Red Rocks and a show. My album release party was at the beach, and it was just packed out and so fun. I was just thankful for it, man. It was wild. It was just a fun time. So yeah, this week has just been downtime, family time, hanging with the kids. Just chilling.
Very cool, very cool. Now, as far as, being a professional artist, musician, you go by the acronym, I guess is what it is, Denim, Denim. Just
Yeah,
just so the entire audience knows, what does that actually stand for?
I don't know, but I'll figure it out.
Okay.
That's
All right. So it's like the artist formerly known as Prince. You just have that symbol and that's it. But everyone knows your name. It's Denny. So that's cool. I hate asking that. But the only reason I did is because I'm doing my research. I'm looking all over the place, and I'm seeing everything about Slum Beach Denny. Slum Beach Denny is the name of the album, everybody. So just go Google right now. Just Google Slum Beach Denny, and you will find this masterpiece that this guy just launched. And I'm telling you right now, you will be in the mood to party. I mean, it
yeah,
is sitting by the pool, laying down on the
barbecue
beach,
music.
barbecue, the whole nine, man, the whole
Yeah,
nine.
dude.
So it's funny, Denny, because I was joking with you a little earlier when we first caught up off the record that
Yeah.
I thought you reminded me a lot of Nick Hexum from 311. Like you literally could be his son. You've got that look, your sound, your style, and your music
High
videos and
praise.
stuff. Have you ever heard that before?
I've never heard that, but that's high praise.
All
That
right.
guy's a legend. Handsome devil.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a
Well.
writer of great tunes.
Yeah. No,
All
for sure.
around high praise.
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, seriously, you have that sound, you have that style, and I mean, I'm just going by, I'm looking at Fallen, Blow It Up, My Wave, Every Day is the Weekend. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely if that were true, man?
Would
But
yeah.
but
That's
I'm
why we got to sing it.
but
It's
I'm
all up
literally
to you.
I'm blown away though, Denny, because it's like a lot of artists' debut releases. There's some growing pains you can feel in there. Like maybe a
Yeah.
little bit of filler. Maybe they got this to improve on, that to improve on. But dude, I mean, you really sound like this is something you've been doing for an extremely long time. So let me just ask you, how long have you been a musician, singer, songwriter?
Man, on a most of my life, but like the last decade on like a real level, on like a doing it for a living,
Okay.
going to LA and writing songs since I was a little kitty boy,
Yeah.
putting
Well, I
out
mean, yeah.
records.
Well, you
I
see,
put out my first I put out my first album in 2011. So that long.
Okay. All right. Now, see, I thought this was your debut. So was that an EP or was that a full length album?
Yeah, no, that was like this is like years. This is lifetimes ago. This is bands ago. This is different projects.
Okay. Okay.
This
All
is
right.
my first. This is my first album as a solo artist.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make
I've,
sure
I've,
about that.
I've, I've come up. I've come up playing in different bands here and there.
Okay. All right.
Had a
Now,
lot of fun.
yeah. Well, it looks like you are the life of the party. I mean, it would seem like now I'm just obviously I don't know you. I've never met you. I've never hung around with you or anything like that. I'm going just based off the music videos. But it seems like the music videos are very much non-scripted, very much improv, just you and
Yeah.
your crew all having a good time singing to your music. Would that be accurate? I mean, is it always the life of the are you always the life of the party, and is everything just that cool?
Nah, man, we're pretty mellow.
Yeah.
It's just like me and the homies. Like, well, it's just fun. It's not like it's not even like the life of the party or anything. It's just everyone's just having a good time or trying to at least. Like it's not even really that. I don't know. Yeah, I have fun. But like a lot of these songs are mostly like to keep like my mental positive.
Yeah. Well,
But,
are you like a born and raised California guy? You've been in California
oh
your whole
yeah,
life, Southern Cal?
sixth generation SoCal right here.
Wow, man. See, it's a different
Yeah.
world out there. It's a different culture. I've been on the East Coast my whole life. You know, I have never even been to California ever.
Oh, check it out, bro.
Isn't that
It's my
sad?
backyard.
Yeah.
California backyard.
See, see, doesn't look
You're
like my
not missing
backyard. Yeah.
much.
Well, if I showed you my backyard, you'd see deer running across it. That's where
See,
I'm at.
that's it. That's where I'm trying to get at.
Do you even have deer in California?
Yeah, dude.
Do
We
you?
got that's the thing about California is that it's like actually got everything. Like you can go up to NorCal and it's like full on like Pacific Northwest vibes, or there's Mount Shasta, or there's Big Bear, there's mountains. You can go an hour, 2 hours inland from the beach and you'll feel like you're in a whole different world. And it's still California.
Right
There's
on.
Death Valley. It's
True
literally
that.
like just all of it,
Now, is that
The
where you?
sand dunes,
Yeah, yeah.
the
Is that?
sand dunes that they shot Star Wars in,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I shot that Felipe video, that's California.
That's what I was going to ask you. All right, so right on.
Well, if
That's
they
what I
shot
was.
Star Wars there,
No, no. As far as where you shot the video.
yeah, in Glamis, that's like southeast, like San Diego County, like that way. Like I don't even know if it's San Diego County, but it's southeast California. It's out by like Mexicali.
Right on. Right on. Now I gotta ask you, and I'm not trying to like stereotype or anything like that. You have
No,
the blonde hair, and you kind of got like a
oh,
skater look going on.
it's just
And
bleach. It's just bleach. Check it out.
you,
It's
you,
dark.
you got that California vibe, and of course, so does your music, which everybody can check out on Slum Beach Denny. So again, Slum Beach Denny, everybody, make sure you go check that out. But you got a track on this album, My Wave. Are you a surfer?
Yeah, I grew up surfing.
Okay, I was going to say, is that like a way of life out there? Is it kind of like ice hockey in Canada? Like is if you did not surf and you were
It
like
can
in
be.
Southern California.
It's a very like I don't know. Like if you grow up in it, you're very like I think it's a tight knit culture. Not everybody grows up surfing here by any means. Most people don't, for sure. But it's like it's cool, man. I think there's a lot of history in it in a really cool way of like the surf culture going with music, going with the I don't know, just the party scene, the aggression, the all of it. Surfing's always kind of been like the anti-culture establishment, and now it's all just kind of it seems very like corporate-y and sold out. But it used to be very like it was heavy, It was like being a surfer was like a thing, as a statement. And it was like now it's just like whatever.
Right on, man.
But I think that's because a lot of SoCal has lost its like roots. A lot of it's just been gentrified. A lot of it's just been like people moved here from everywhere that have money, and now all the rent's gone up, and everyone who couldn't, everyone just bounced. So
Right, right.
it's just an interesting like. So I grew up surfing, but it's even all the breaks that I grew up surfing it's all just different. It's all different vibes now. Houses are built in like places that they didn't used to be. It's just all crazy, honestly.
Well, your music definitely has that vibe. It's like, the Beach Boys 60 years later, here's
Yeah.
Slum Beach Denny, like the new Beach Boy, the next generation of the Beach Boys, though not a boy band by any stretch of the imagination, of course. But have you ever seen any sharks when you're out there surfing?
Man, not up close, no, but I've like felt it before. I've like been out in the water where you're just like it's time to go in. Like you
Man,
just kind of feel it, you know? It's like just one of those days, it's rainy and it's just I don't know, maybe it's just all in your head, but I've been out in the water where I'm like convinced it's time to go in. Like your gut's telling you like paddle in, friend, if you want to live.
if that ever happened to me, I'd be launching another flotation device.
Yeah.
That's you know what I'm saying? Oh my
I've
god.
definitely like when the adrenaline's pumping, you can really like test your limits of how fast you can swim. You're like, let's go, boy, me versus you. You're just, oh, I've definitely paddled pretty quickly, pretty quick.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. All right, so back to Slum Beach Denny.
Is there?
Now that it's out, and you know you've had some of the official music videos out there for a while, some of the audio tracks. I'm out there looking. Your numbers are great, and everybody. I should have said you've already had like over 25 million streams of the music that you've put out there. How does that feel? How does it feel to get that kind of a reception on your debut?
I don't know. Just thankful, blessed, whatever. I just like, we'll see what happens, you know? Like, I'm just, at the end of the day, I look at my circumstances, I look at my kids, I look at my house, I'm like, all right, it's time to, we'll see what happens. But I think if it all levels up, then that's pretty cool, you know? Like, I think they deserve to get out of this apartment for sure, you know? Like, let's get it. Why not? But I've never, like, really had any accomplishments from music, or like I've just been hustling and never really felt any payback, you know? It's always just been like grinding to the bone, and then like that was it, or you know what I mean, like coming back from tour, breaking even, just whatever, like been hustling, just the whole grind of it. And so I just feel like thankful that I just feel like I've been at a school dance this whole time, and I've just been like standing on the wall, and now all of a sudden I'm like starting to groove, and everyone's like, "Hey, this is pretty good." I'm like, "Hey, cool." You know, I don't know. It's just like, it's just fun. It's just like, wow, we're all here making music, and if I get to make more music, then that's the goal. Like that's, to me, this album just feels like a step in the door to get to meet and create with other just world-class artists that I've idolized my whole life.
Anyone in particular that would be of note that has inspired you?
Man, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be more so like producers and like people that I think like a Pharrell or something, you know, like stuff like that, where I'm just like been blown away by it. Not only his career, but by his sounds. Like in every moment of time, there's a reason his career is what it is, because he was a producer coming up with like sounds that nobody was coming up with. And like that to me is really, so I'm an artist, right? But I'm also a producer, and I got to produce this record. And like, so that to me is like, I want to keep writing more songs, produce records for other artists. I want to produce bands that I idolize. I want to produce rappers. I want to produce hip hop. I want to go into like all of it, you know? Like I think it's just, that's the goal for me, you know, is like just keep going, keep like just making music that feels good, you know?
You seem to have the chops, man. You know, I don't doubt that. One of the things that ticks me off, Denny, is that, you know, you weren't around like literally 30 years ago. Because, I mean, if you were around 30 years ago, when the music industry was so vastly different than it is now, I have no doubt you would have been in that conversation with like Sublime and 311 and those guys. I mean, because I say you're that good. Everybody, Scotty J on Rock Titan Live is saying it live right now. Denny's the man, dude. Slum Beach Denny. It's no joke. And I thought it was very cool that you had that collaboration with Jared Watson from the Dirty Heads.
Jared's a real homie, man. He's a real good dude.
That was really cool.
Honestly,
hopefully they help you out.
Like, that guy is a big reason why like my life is like changing and stuff, man. That dude just straight up responded to me. I sent that song My Wave to him.
Okay.
And like, obviously, like, I guess he liked it, you know, it wasn't like some BS song, but like he sent it to his manager and blah, like all this stuff. And then I was like,
Awesome.
he invited me to the beach the next day with his kids, and I brought my kids down. We were just kicking it at the beach, and like, it was just effortless. And then he was like, sick, let's go to the studio. And literally the first day in the studio, we were driving up to LA, and I was like, yo, I got this idea. It's kind of like this punk, like, I want it to be really aggressive, like almost like Misfits, old school, like punk vibes, and then like drop it down into this like never heard, just like trappy reggae, like rap hook, just like. And he was like, I don't fully get it, but like, I'm here for it, let's get it. And like, we got in the room and just started. He was like, oh yeah. It was like, it just started flowing, you know, and like busted out the guitars and then like played the 808s, and was like, ooh, this is it just felt like fresh, honestly. Like the speakers on the live, man, it just felt good. Like this, it felt exciting. It was like, yeah. And like, that's really cool. And I think he's got to see me, and like, I'm just thankful that like it's all getting to work out, and like my hard work is like slowly starting to pay off. And yeah, just getting to produce Dirty Head stuff now. Like, it's just crazy, you know, like bands that I grew up in like high school vibing with. I'm like, yo, are you kidding me? Like, now I'm getting like asked to come in and like produce, you know, we have a bunch of songs that aren't even out yet that we've been cooking on, and they're fire, dude. And I'm just like, it's crazy, you know, like it's just awesome. Fun. It's like just more life and just more like
right
music,
place,
honestly.
Right place, right time, right people, you know, right talent, which you are. Denny, I know you got to get going, man. But, dude, it has been awesome hanging out with you. Thank you for your patience early on. But, man, I'm telling you right now,
so much.
I'm going to go have a drink, and I'm going to go listen to some of your music again right now because the mood. Slum Beach Denny, everybody, go check them out. And if you enjoyed this podcast every much as I know you had to have, you know, you're watching on Rock Titan Live right now, just give us a little subscribe, show us some love. Go check out some of the other interviews we've done with another legend like we were talking about earlier, Nick Hexum, all right, because we've actually had him on the show. But make sure you go check out DENM, Denim, all right? And you'll see the official music videos that Denny has out there right now. They are very high quality. And just the music's sensational. So
I appreciate it.
Denny, thanks again, man.
Thank you so much.
You got
Have a great day.
You got it, man. I'm Scotty J. You're watching Rock Titan Live. We're out.
What?
Two shots, get your hair